Hello there, and welcome back to round 2. I am on the play with a good hand, unless I'm playing against Burn. As long as my noble does not die, this hand is good. So this open actually kind of mirrors humans, which is what it looks like I'm playing against. Okay. I still need to top deck a land here. A land or a vizier. And then I gotta watch out for Reflector Mage, Meddling Mage, and Kite Sail. Other than that, I think I have it. Land. None. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. I think I just do a blind collected company. And I don't get the win. I do not have 4 mana for a collected company next turn. So I either need to draw a land or a vizier next turn. It's possible I should grab the Devoted Druids or the Viscera Seer just to guarantee that I can start casting these, keep casting these companies. That was actually probably the correct play because no matter what, Vizier is fine. Vizier would win now instead of just be very, very good. Although Vizier wins with the Recruiter, so yeah, probably the correct line is to grab another Druid. Okay, so it looks like I have... Is it worth blocking? If I top deck a Vizier, I win... I'm doing fine anyway, right? Yeah, I win anyway, I don't need the infinite life. So is there an advantage to... I think I want to get the Scry. So that means there's no advantage to the offering a trade, and just throw it in front of the bigger body. Oh. That's an auto skip there. Okay, so I would have scryed Kitchen Finks to the bottom. I think I just want to play a bunch of guys out. This way I can start casting collected companies. As long as they do not have Reflector Mage, I'm fine. Second Mantis Rider, fine. I have a lot of blockers. Third Mantis Rider, I think it might be dead. Okay, so just from the air I go down to 2, so I have to block the 2 champions. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Finks doesn't do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can block with a noble also. That put me down to 2. Horizon Canopy put me down to 1. I will have green, 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 1, 2. Okay. That was close. Green, 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 1, 2. Cord for 2. Don't misclick. Get a Vizier. And play my Duskwatch. any order. If my opponent wants me to play it out, I certainly will. It's their right. Okay. Now that I have an Eternal Witness in hand, I can actually just cast Companies, grab the Ballista that way. I can dig a little bit deeper, a little bit faster. Okay. Opponent scoops once they know what I'm going to beat them with. Now against humans, my basic plan is to take out things that don't do much and put in things that do, just like every other sideboard plan. So Safi doesn't do very much because my opponent doesn't run removal. Again, they don't run removal, so Renegade Rallier is not as good. No removal, Scavenging Ooze is bad. Now Eternal Witness is okay. Cards I don't think are actually as good are Collected Company, and cards I do want are all my removal spells, and maybe a Knight of Autumn. So these two are my maybes, these are definites. So Knight of Autumn would hit something like Grafdigger's Cage, which can be a real pain in the butt for me. It's not as good as Qasali Pride Mage, because in Qasali you can chord 4 in response and then use it to sacrifice after. Knight you have to have in play, or in your hand rather, to deal with it. So sometimes I do cut one Viscera Seer in this matchup. Really try to flex how I'm going to run it, because they don't run removal. Viscera Seer does get weakened a little bit. I don't get free scries. But since I did win game 1, I'll actually cut Knight of Autumn. And I'll keep in the trophy. I'll still have 2 main deck ways to deal with Grafdigger's Cage. The land, easy mulligan. Not great, but I will keep it. I will need a 3rd land for Eternal Witness, but I'd rather draw into a Mana Dork instead. Okay, Meddling Mage. Probably gonna name Devoted Druid. Yep. Which would hurt if I had a Druid. Now I can play Duskwatch. I can play a Bird. I think I actually just want to flood the board a little bit, and I'll play a Bird and another Seer. Try to dump my hand as quickly as possible. Humans doesn't run board wipes, so it's a fine plan. Drawing something like a Path to Exile would be pretty good right now, because I can be able to Path, Eternal Witness, buy it back, Path again. I have no interest in trading 2 of my cards for one of theirs here, so I will just take the 2. The fact that they're not playing anything is confusing me a little bit. I think they're definitely holding up removal. Okay. And they're targeting my Bird. I do not want to land. So Eternal Witness will just die. So I'm actually better off playing the Duskwatch. I'm not in a great spot here. Okay. Is it Staticaster growing to be a 1/4 is kind of a pain in the butt. My plan is when they tap Staticaster to kill my Seers, I'll fetch my land, and then I'll start sacrificing. And I'm perfectly fine not fetching the land at the moment, because I do know that an overgrown tomb is at the bottom. So do I want to play my Eternal Witness, knowing it's just going to die? Yeah. No, actually, I think it's better to use Duskwatch here. It's a good trade. Plus, I got rid of 3 cards I do not want to draw. Okay, about to take 6. And I'm dead. Same game plan, just don't mulligan, I guess. Don't get too far behind. A card that's been in my sideboard that I've been really excited to test is Gideon, Ally of Zendikar. But Modern's at a state right now where I'm not seeing too much Jund, Jeskai, blue-white control. I'm not seeing any Abzan. I'm not really seeing too many decks that I want that are just going to kill all my creatures, but not really mess up my mana base. Let me play Gideon. Gideon's kind of like an extra collected company, where every single time it gives you a 2/2, or it gives you an emblem, which makes all your creatures bigger that you can rebuy with a Eternal Witness and then get another emblem. Nothing scarier than free Gavany Townships. So it's possible, since my opponent was so afraid of Devoted Druid, it's possible I should bring in a collected company and cut something else. But I think this is the correct line still. I think this is the correct setup. Yes. Okay, this is 2/3 of a combo with interaction. I'll keep. Now I'm going to have to shock at least once. I think I want a basic swamp and then a temple garden. think the right play there was just to wipe their board and keep going. I do need to draw a land, and I do have a hand with a lot of removal. I still need to draw a land, but having a hand full of removal feels very good. Being able to knock my opponent off the board. I'm not as interested in pummeling the face with a 1-drop, but if I do draw a non-Gavany Township land next turn, I do have infinite life. Sure. My hand is very redundant. If I were them, I'd take the path, force me to trophy. Demand I invest 2 mana instead of 1. Yep. Oh no. I think they did that wrong. Did not draw land. I have no interest in swinging for 3. Doesn't do enough, I don't think. I'd rather save the removal spell in case they play Meddling Mage naming Kitchen Finks. This is ambitious from my opponent. Okay. Land. I'd even be happy with a mana dork. Come on. Oh, why'd I have to ask for a mana dork? I'm not attacking, they have a Vial on 2, so there's no need to. Just lose whatever creature I attack. Yep. If this is a Meddling Mage, I could be in trouble. Okay, my opponent's locking me out with removal, but I don't think they know I can gain infinite life. Unless they have a Reflector Mage on that Vial on 3, which is incredibly likely. Could be what they're digging for right now. I think they took the trophy because I think they're afraid I was going to attack into, start blowing up their vials. Looks like they're a little land light. Here's Reflector Mage. Or there's something that's going to disrupt my combo. Yep, Staticaster on Bird. I think my opponent's gonna have this. Man, all I needed was 1 land. I feel very far behind right here. Even if I draw the land now, Kitchen Finks is not enough. Staticaster can blow up my combo. Sure, go to 9. I do need land. That's fine. I think that's lethal, right? Ping the Viscera Seer. Yep. Alright, well played. Well played, opponent. Also, I need to draw one more land. Come on, deck. Alright, I'll see you in the next one.